Watching a critical threat unfold in real time, knowing exactly how to stop it, but having to wait for someone else to move, is uniquely frustrating. Public expectations suggests cybersecurity is a single click. Report the bug, deploy the patch. In reality, even organizations with dedicated teams take months to close a hole. It's a marathon, a delay even more pronounced in the Maldives as we build our digital governance. We have the threat intelligence, we see the risks as they happen, but we don't have the cinematic power to simply shut down an external server for noncompliance. Detecting a flaw is only half the battle. The real work is navigating the complex human systems required to actually remove the danger. The first hurdle is often a simple gap in expertise. Sometimes an organization receives our report and realizes they don't have the technical skills in-house to even begin a response. Then there's vendor lockout. An entity hosts the product, but a third party built it. Because the original contract didn't secure the source code or admin access, the internal IT team is effectively locked out of their own system when an emergency hits. They are left with two options: try to build a makeshift fix on a codebase they don't fully understand, or wait for the vendor to decide the issue is a priority. Even when the technical path is clear, the administrative path is often blocked by gridlock. We frequently see cases where an organization is already building a replacement system to fix a known bug, but the new version is held up by procurement delays or a slow-moving sign-off process. Technical vulnerabilities are rarely just technical problems. They are frequently held hostage by non-technical dependencies. The most difficult hurdle, however, is human ego. When a team's work is criticized, the first reaction is often defensive denial. We recently reported an exposed Git repository, a folder containing a project source code, to a responsible party. Rather than checking the settings, the team spent days inventing complex excuses. They claimed it must have been an insider threat or a global-scale breach of their private repository providers. The reality was much simpler. A basic tool was able to dump their entire codebase because it was set to public. And inside that code, we found the administrative keys to their other systems, sitting in plain sight. There was no sophisticated attack or global breach. This was a failure of basic security hygiene, a configuration error that went unchecked because no one thought to look. When defensiveness takes priority over security, a 5-minute fix can turn into weeks of dangerous negotiation. Because we can't just force a patch, we have to change the culture. In a nation where we still struggle with basic software licensing and security hygiene, our role has to be to nurture and adapt. We bridge the gap between knowing there's a bug and fixing it by providing the tools that organizations can't or won't fund themselves. This starts with our URL scanner, a dynamic tool assessing hosted applications in real time to pinpoint hidden flaws. For deeper issues, Code Prism breaks down a codebase into security metrics, catching errors before live deployment. These tools aren't a one-time solution. Sustaining the budget and funding for this kind of national defense is a constant ongoing conversation, one that requires us to adapt as threats evolve. Modern software pipelines are complex. If an organization treats an application as a build-it-once-and-forget-it asset, they are simply waiting for an unmaintained system to fail. We cannot make the timeline to a patch instantaneous, but by building trust and working through these human hurdles, we can move toward a secure future, one step at a time.